Tuesday practice, which is our most physical practice of the week. Thought our kids came out with good enthusiasm, good juice, showed a lot of physicality. Even yesterday showed a lot of physicality in some of the drills we did. So very pleased at where we are right now. And the biggest thing now is how do our guys flush one game and move on to the next game and get into that routine, because things happen a lot quicker. Tomorrow will be Wednesday, which we'll concentrate on red zone and third downs, and then Thursday you got to put it all together again. So our preparation is not close to being done. We got a lot of things that we got to iron out, but pleased with where we are in the start of working on Chattanooga, who presents a lot of problems on offense. They're very similar to Georgia Tech. They just don't shift as much. They will motion. They got a 200-pound plus running back that's a solid runner. The quarterback's very savvy, capable, experienced. He really shows arm strength and has a very good football IQ. And then they got speedy receivers that have some quickness, and they're capable of making big plays. And then defensively, they got a 2-eye and a 3 technique that are very disruptive with really good size. They can change it on scrimmage, and they got 2 twitchy ends, and linebackers are downhill football players, so they do a good job. They've got continuity from their staff, so we're expecting to get their best shot, and we're expecting to give our best shot as well. It's all about us and how we prepare and how we come out with our jaw set the right way. Real excited to be in our first home game. Hopefully we have a packed house and give our kids the boost that they need on Saturday night. Open up for questions.
Looking back to the game on Saturday, there's I think 6 drops in some key spots. I guess, was there any common thread when you look back at what was made behind those drops?
Yeah, the thing is, no one's going to be perfect. They're not trying to drop the ball, so that's just part of football when those things happen. Biggest thing is we're trying to learn from the mistakes we made, and it's all about how we prepare and how we practice. If we're doing those same things in practice, those things will carry over to the game, and that was the biggest emphasis this week, is do the little things better. It's all about the little things and details and the basic fundamentals of football, just like you brought up, just catching, blocking, standing in front of somebody, and tackling on the defense side of the ball.
Seems like offensively you're going to move the ball against Georgia Tech, just struggled in the red zone scoring near the goal line. What have you saw the film and just practicing? How can you improve on that? Just getting when you're in that red zone area and scoring, getting 7 points instead of 3.
Yeah, we just got to remind our kids where we are on the field, and just the urgency has to pick up, the details have to pick up, and just understand the situation in the game. It's more on me than the players, like I said, and I'm always going to take up from our players, and I've got to do a better job of making sure we have a better plan in those areas and moments of the game, and we will moving forward. We're trying to create habits, not only in situational football, but just how we go about our everyday business. And it takes time to develop those habits, and it takes a lot of reps to get the things that we want accomplished and practice in the right way, correct the mistakes in the correct manner. And I think our kids are doing that now.
What about your assessment of Christian at quarterback? What did you see from him during Georgia Tech, and then anticipation and preparation for Chattanooga contest?
Yeah, he played fine. I mean, of course, we're always looking for better and perfection. So we still got a long way to go. And the whole team is not a one-man show on the football team, but the quarterback is a critical part of it. And he did show some savviness and show the ability to move the chains and keep plays alive with his legs, which was encouraging, and showed some toughness in getting the first downs on a couple of third down runs and scrambles. So that's part of his game that we can kind of add, and I think it gives him confidence moving forward that he can make plays and create plays with his legs.
Do you anticipate him starting on Saturday?
Yes.
The loss can sometimes provide better film than a win can.
I disagree with that. I'd rather win and correct things, so I don't agree with that statement. You do learn from losing, but I think you learn a lot better from winning too. So, every moment is a learning moment. You want to make sure we don't relive certain moments because those same situations are going to present themselves again. It's just how we respond from a coaching standpoint and player standpoint when we're put in those situations again. So I take every practice, everything we do as a learning moment and trying to improve. So it's never where I'm satisfied with what we did. I mean, we did things not right today from a coaching standpoint, organization standpoint, and I always address those things, even the players. So we're trying to perfect everything we do, and as a coach, I'm never satisfied. So
For the 5 guys who started last week at offensive line were here last season. Obviously, the competition's never dead, but did that help? Do you think the continuity there is ultimately why they won the job to begin with?
The jobs are never over in that area. It gave us the best opportunity because of what they did leading up to the game. But, we have opportunities in practices and even yesterday where we allow our 3s and 4s to kind of get live action because we're still trying to develop our entire roster. We don't have a crystal ball. We can't predict the future. We don't know what's going to occur each and every day when we're at practice because injuries are a part of the game. So we're always trying to improve our roster, improve every single position on our team because it's a next man up mentality. Every team's going to lose guys throughout the years. Just how can those backups be brought up to speed from a football and play and assignment standpoint?
What did you learn about Dorian?
Really didn't. What he showed that throughout camp. So he has very big capabilities of making big plays, catches. He can be an all-around tight end, which he showed Saturday. So you just got to move on to the next step. That game is over. We're moving into the next moment, and just because you had successful moments in a previous game don't guarantee you're going to have successful moments in the next game. So someone else may have to step up and make plays. So we try not to give moments life. So every moment has its own identity, and it's the next play. So every play we have to win each moment, each play.
Did you hear from Kirby after the game?
I heard from him before the game.
Before the game?
No, not after.
Oh, yeah.
And he got his team he got to worry about, and we got our team to worry about. I didn't call him either. I congratulated some of the offensive guys. We got a little thread and congratulated Buster. So we're really good friends. So at the end of the day, everyone has a job to do, and we'll have our conversations when needed.
Justin mentioned there's an emphasis on focusing on the simple things and doing them better this week. What are some of those simple things that you guys are trying to focus on?
Just prepare and practice. How you prepare mentally, physically on the football field, and how you practice. It will show up in performance on Saturday. So, and he's hit it on the head, and we want to do simple better, and those are the 2 steps this week that we're really focusing on. How we prepare in every aspect, mentally and physically, and how we practice to make sure what I'm doing in practice, the speed of the game, my drops, how I approach and leverage the football has to be the same intensity and speed as it's going to be in the game. If we do it well in practice, it'll carry over to the game.
What did you feel about your defensive line, just defensive front play overall? I think 4 pass breakups, and then kind of didn't get overworked in the middle by a good Georgia Tech rushing attack.
Yeah, like I said, one game, don't guarantee another game how they play. I mean, they got to continue to improve. I mean, same thing. There's a lot of areas we can get better at, even up front in our front 7. And, our coaches will make sure we do that. Different opponent, different people. So it's how we adjust to this game plan and try to limit the things that Chattanooga does. So one game doesn't carry over to the next. So we got to live in the present moment.